Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And we have another great article from Light Reading. This is from Jeff Baumgartner. I will leave it in the description down below so you guys can check it out. So the title reads, T-Mobile's fixed wireless service reach holds edge over Verizon study. Now, this study is a bit outdated because yesterday, if you guys watched my video, Verizon announces covering the same amount of households that T-Mobile does on a far smaller mid-band footprint, as I mentioned. So again, like I said, T-Mobile's approach is cautious, so they are limiting the amount of households that can have access to the service. Verizon is allowing, more people to sign up for the service. Like I said, if there's a neighborhood of 200 houses, Verizon is likely allowing all 200 houses access to the service. Now, are all 200 houses going to sign up for the service? That's another story. That may not happen. They may only get 50 people in that neighborhood to sign up. But they're allowing access to all the houses. That's how they're able to say, 30 million households matching T-Mobile's. T-Mobile is not doing that. They're limiting the amount. So the entire neighborhood does not have access to sign up for the service. So if you check availability, it may say that your address can't sign up for it because all the slots have already been filled. That's how T-Mobile is approaching the scenario. And it also states that in the article, and I will leave that article in the description down below. The numbers I didn't want to really get into, the percentages, because they are outdated, because it is a study, and that study was done before Verizon announced 30 million households are covered with mid-band or for home internet. So what I wanted to talk about is T-Mobile, their home internet, and it being a big hit, a huge hit. So when that ad came out during the Super Bowl, as I mentioned in the video yesterday, the queues on the chat and the calls were through the roof, I was being told. And it's still, right now, the queues are still loaded with people inquiring about the home internet product. So like I said, there was overtime handed out and approved, and now they're still handling, from what I'm being told, more home internet traffic in the chat and in the calling queue than anything wireless for right now. And it goes in line with what the numbers are showing. So I looked through the social media platforms, and that home internet ad with the two actors from Scrubs, man, that ad is growing at an exponential rate. It's insane. So the first time I looked at it, it was already at 9 million views. Then I looked at it a little bit later, it shot up to 12 million. Then within a 24-hour period, it went from 12 to 17 million. So that ad is at a pace, if you look at the pace and time, it's going to do bigger numbers than last year's Tom Brady Super Bowl ad. That one settled at around 40 million views. That home internet ad is set to go way beyond that if it remains at the same pace that it's at now. Just in comparison, the Jim Carrey ad, the cable guy on Verizon's social media platforms, is like, I think, at 200,000 views compared to T-Mobile's. So I don't know, maybe the impressions and the effects were better. And I got to give it to him. It was a better ad from what we've seen at the Super Bowl. But it seems like after the fact, T-Mobile's ad was more effective in that regard. The views are just through the roof. Impressions are likely crazy on that ad. And the fact that they put that, you can save up to 50% in the ad, I think is what got people more engaged versus Verizon. Verizon didn't present any pricing. They just said, we can now offer wireless home internet, and this is where you sign up. Other than the fact that Jim Carrey was a part of the ad, they didn't tell you that you can get it for $25 when you sign up with wireless. They didn't even say the price, what it is without wireless. None of that was disclosed during their ad. T-Mobile just put save up to 50% on the computer screen during the ad, and boom, all of a sudden, people are starting to call in left and right. So Like I said, I will leave this article in the description down below. It's quite a very detailed article. Like I said, numbers a bit outdated because Verizon is updating their numbers, and those are changing by the week. Like I told you guys, they are upgrading at a pace that will go down as history as one of the fastest deployments ever seen out of a wireless carrier, maybe in the world. From what I saw on the dashboard, like I said, there was a big meeting yesterday with the engineers and HQ. They got big things planned for this year, insane things planned from Verizon. So they are anticipating, just briefly, they are anticipating 45% this year for the entire year of whatever growth the home broadband market is to obtain is going to go to fixed wireless. And then 55% of that annual growth to go to fixed wireless next year. So that doesn't fare very well for cable. Cable and fiber very likely still going to be the more dominant performant product in terms of performance. If you look at raw performance and throughput, cable and fiber are likely still to give you a better experience overall in terms of consistent throughput, consistent ping times, and of course, in the case of fiber, it's uplink. Fixed wireless can't touch the uplink of fiber. Cable, it's doable. 20 megabits a second I see that frequently on T-Mobile's home internet. But the downlink, it does fluctuate. I can peak at 200, it can go down to 110, 120 now. The ping times, they also fluctuate. I can be at 12, 13, sometimes it goes up to 19. So that is a fluctuation that cable and fiber rarely ever deal with. Some cable deals with it because the product is just bad and they haven't upgraded it and they haven't really put any maintenance towards it. So then you have to keep calling in to have a technician come out. So from that aspect, I do see cable struggle a bit because I've had Spectrum in the past and they had outages, and then all of a sudden I had huge ping spikes and the engineer had to come out and clear the line. So I do understand that one. That's something that I haven't dealt with really with fixed wireless because it's been dependent on the tower, the network. So I haven't had any outages or anything like that because I don't have any cables running through the house. It's just a wireless connection, and that's just what it is. Now, if the tower does have issues, if it does go down, if it is being upgraded, then I do anticipate having some issues and some troubles. I do anticipate that. And if you are going to get into this product or have this product, you should be at some point anticipating those issues as well. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Look forward to reading your comments. This is a very interesting topic because I truly believe T-Mobile's home internet is a big hit now, and it's going to be a big hit, and we'll see how they approach in the future. Like I said, T-Mobile is new to this. They don't know what they're really getting into, if I'm being honest. They have to study this. They have to study the patterns. They have to study the usage. Verizon, they're good to go. They've been on Fios. They know what they're getting themselves into. So when they say they're going to allow the entire neighborhood to sign up, I trust them because they've been running Fios and they know how to run that. I believe the reason T-Mobile is being cautious is because they're studying, they're learning. They want to see the patterns, the usage. They have to break that all down because they've never been on that side of the business. So again, like, share, subscribe, follow the social media outlets. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.